I have to be honest, I wasn't prepared for the wired cruiser. I thought, okay, another direct-to-consumer e-bike. Then I twisted the throttle. This thing doesn't just assist, it hauls. It's a high-power, high-voltage cruiser that blurs the line between an e-bike and a moped. My main takeaway is simple. This bike is all about the motor. Frame and build quality. This is a big, heavy aluminum step-through frame, and there's no hiding it. At this price point, you are not paying for elegant industrial design. The massive 60-volt battery is mounted externally on the down tube. It's not as sleek as an integrated system, but it's practical. It is removable with a key for charging, which is a must since you won't want to haul this 80-plus pound bike inside your home. The frame itself feels robust, which is good, because the power this bike puts out needs a stiff chassis. The welds are clean enough, and while the components like the basic spring suspension fork are clearly budget-oriented, the focus is purely on the power plant. Motor and battery performance. Let's be clear, you buy this bike for the powertrain. It has a Bafang 1000-watt peak hub motor paired with a massive 60-volt, 20-amp-hour battery. That's 1,200 watt-hours of juice. For comparison, many competitors in this price range offer 500 or 600 watt-hours. The power is immediate and frankly startling. It ships as a Class 2 e-bike, limited to 20 miles per hour on throttle and assist, but unlocking it for off-road use, which is a simple process, turns it into a 30-plus mile per hour machine. The power is delivered via a basic cadence sensor. This means the pedal assist is either on or off, with no nuance. It feels jerky at low speeds, and I found it much more intuitive to ignore the pedals and ride it like a moped, using the twist throttle. This is where the bike shines. It accelerates hard and holds speed up steep hills without flinching. The range is just as impressive. While the company claims 80-plus miles, I was riding aggressively with the throttle, and I still pulled 45 miles before the battery meter got low. Drivetrain and Components. This section is almost a footnote, and that's a key part of the review. The wired cruiser is a single speed. It has one gear. This decision tells you the bike's true intention. Pedaling is secondary. The single gear is okay for a casual flat ground cadence, but it's not designed for exercise or for climbing under your own leg power. You are not buying this to replace your fitness bike. The components that do matter, however, are solid. The hydraulic disc brakes are a non-negotiable on a bike this fast and heavy, and I was pleased with their stopping power. They felt confident and capable of hauling the bike down from high speeds. The suspension fork is a very basic coil spring model that takes the edge off potholes, but it is not for performance. The big, plush saddle and swept-back cruiser bars prioritize comfort, reinforcing that this is all about a relaxed, powered ride. Limitations and trade-offs. The main trade-off here is refinement. The on or off cadence sensor feels primitive compared to the smooth torque sensors on bikes from competitors like Aventon or Ride One Up. If you enjoy the act of pedaling and want a bike that feels natural, this bike will frustrate you. It's a throttle-first machine. Second, the weight is a serious factor. At over 80 pounds, you will not be carrying this up a flight of stairs, and it's a beast to pedal home if the battery dies. Finally, that single-speed drivetrain makes it crystal clear. This is not a bike for fitness or for anyone who wants to feel like they are biking in the traditional sense. Final verdict. Buy this bike if you want the most raw power and battery range for under $2,000. Period. If you want a throttle-dominant bike to replace a moped or car for commuting, and you don't care about a refined pedaling experience, this is an incredible value. Skip this if you want a bike that feels like a bicycle. If you enjoy the sensation of pedaling, want a bike for exercise, or need to lift your bike regularly, this is not for you. This is a budget hot rod, and it's brilliant at being exactly that.